In a remote village nestled against the Asian mountain ranges, a lone banyan tree stands tall in the middle of golden rice fields. The tree is so enormous that its canopy casts an ominous shadow even under the brightest sun. The villagers always keep their distance, for generations have whispered its terrifying name, the Bloodthirsty Banyan Tree. The elders say that centuries ago, this spot was used for executing criminals. Those sentenced to death were tied to the tree and left to die. Their blood seeped into the earth, nourishing the roots. Over time, the banyan tree grew unnaturally lush. Thriving on more than just soil and water, it began craving blood. On nights of the full moon, it is said that the wind around the tree doesn't blow naturally. Instead, it feels as though the tree is drawing it in, creating eerie, whistling sounds akin to tortured cries. Under the faint moonlight, its sprawling branches sway, resembling twisted, skeletal arms. A sinister legend surrounds the tree. Anyone foolish enough to approach it at night becomes its prey. First, you'll hear faint footsteps behind you, but when you turn, no one will be there. Then, a figure dressed in a long white robe will appear, floating off the ground at a distance, staring at you silently. If you're brave enough to stay still, the figure will only watch. But if you turn and run, you'll hear the footsteps quicken, closing in on you. Those who are caught never return. One night, a traveling hunter arrived in the village and mocked the stories. Armed with a lantern and a knife, he marched straight to the banyan tree, laughing and cursing the silly tales of the locals. The next morning, villagers found his knife buried deep in the tree's trunk. Beside it was a long trail of blood leading from the tree to the edge of the fields. The hunter himself was never found. The legend of the banyan tree spread further, and the villagers believe that every soul claimed by the tree becomes a part of it. On quiet nights, if you're bold enough to listen closely, you might hear faint whispers in the wind, pleas for help from those trapped within its roots. They say the tree has survived for so long not by chance but by hunger. Once every 100 years, it grows ravenous, searching for blood from a soul tainted with guilt. Be wary if you ever feel unseen eyes watching you in the dark, for it could be the banyan tree marking you as its next victim.